Alrighty, what's up everybody? Once again, Peter Joseph here for my third and final video on your Triple Threat Saturday. Once again, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, in my pants, otherwise known as the description marks below, on this channel and all my other channels, which are down there. Show me love and support. Leave a comment if you wish on my videos, including this one. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, go get a life. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell. You know what to do with it. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss another video. And that, my friends, is that. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, hop off and pretty much go fuck yourself. And that's it. Alright, on video number 3 on this late Saturday night, September the 9th, 2023, I am dead tired. So I'm just going to make this short and sweet. It is time for your late night AEW Collision review. For September the 10th, 2023, we are live from Cleveland, Ohio at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And our commentary team, as always on Saturday nights, Mr. Hermaphrodite himself, Kevin Kelly, and the legend himself, Nigel McGuinness. Alright, so this show was pretty damn good. This was a great show. Probably one of the best collisions in a few weeks. Great show. We had the semifinals of the Grand Slam tournament. We had Darby Allin, how you doing? I come from Seattle. Taking on Roderick Strong in the first semifinal. And then the second semifinal, we had Samoa Joe taking on Pentagon Zero Miedo. And that and a whole lot more tonight on Collision. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Because certain people gotta go to sleep. That's me. Alright, so we start off with match number 1. We start off with the AEW International Championship. We had the man himself, the AEW International Champion. He wants to Roddy, the vile thing. And that's Rick Vaughn? Vaughn? Rick Vaughn? Yeah, I think he's due. Okay. Yeah. They want the Roddy, so they call for John Moxley, who comes out by himself. No Claudio. No Wheeler Yuta. Hey, we had a whole week without Wheeler Yuta. Yay! Thank the Lord. Because Wheeler Yuta is the type of person that makes our week really bad. Because he sucks. Alright, so we had John Moxley in an AEW International Title Open Challenge that was answered by the high-flying Action Andretti. This was a pretty good match. Give credit where credit is due. Action Andretti really took Moxley almost to his limit. A lot of flippy dippity doos inside the ring, outside the ring. Getting to the end, Andretti hits a running shooting star press, goes for it, and Moxley moved. But Action Andretti comes right back into a Falcon Arrow. Then he hits the shotgun drop kick. Not once, but he hits that, and Moxley comes back with one of his own. I was like, when did you learn that there, Mox? Anyway, then a double jump twisting tornado, flippy dippity doo by Andretti. Only catches the bottom half of Moxley, so we really didn't get all of it. But he gets a near fall anyway. And then Andretti with the wrist trap stomps of doom. And he starts mocking Moxley, like, doing this shit. But Moxley's like, well, fuck that. You want to mock me? Well, I'm going to kick your ass. So Moxley snatches an arm drag right into the Bulldog choke. And Action Andretti had no other choice but to tap out. So, your winner still, your AEW International Champion in his second defense, Jon Moxley. So we had that. He's in his hometown, basically his home field, his home state. Not his home city, because he's from Cincinnati. Which will be in on Wednesday night, this coming Dynamite. That should be fun. But he had the hometown advantage. He gets the win. Obviously, he's not going to lose. He's not Sasha Banks. Remember when Sasha always came to Boston, she would lose most of the time? That's sad. Or JR getting humiliated in Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner, back out! You know. So we had that. So, Moxley gets the win. Match was pretty damn good. Gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Off and running on Cohesion. Alright, so Moxley came up a little bit, hobbling a little bit. He was grabbing his knee, kind of hamstring area. Something to look at. Hopefully he's not seriously hurt. Probably shake it off, put some Robitussin on it, and he'll be fine by Wednesday. But something to look at. But, he's celebrating. He kind of pointed at Action Andretti, which is kind of weird for Moxley to do. Because Moxley's like the type of guy that would just like, fuck your code of honor, or I'm going to slap you in the face. Because Moxley don't give two shits. But he gave Action Andretti some props. So he was pointing at that guy right there, man. That's him. And then he leaves the ring. He's grabbing his knee and hamstring area. High-fiving the fans here and there. Then he goes over the barricade. And there's like fans there, waiting for yeah, we're gonna pat him on the back. I'm like, are you gonna help him over the barricade there, security guard, or a fan? Oh, wait, yeah. No fan is gonna help him because, the fear of getting in trouble. You can't touch him! I was just trying to help him over the barricade, dude. Is that so hard? It's that hard? Is it that hard? Like Adam Cole would say? Real chub. But it is what it is. Alright, so Moxley gets the win, and I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Moving on. Alright, we move quickly to match number 2. And we have the women. So we have, for the AEW TBS Championship, Chris Statlander in an open challenge of her own. And that was answered by Robin Renegade of the Renegade Twins, as her sister Charlotte Renegade was at ringside. Not much to see here. I mean, Charlotte did get involved a little bit, tripping up Statlander in the ropes. Robin hits a big boot. But Statlander comes back, Blue Thunder Bomb for a near fall, because that never wins a match unless you're Sami Zayn. Robin comes back with a half and half Bulldog Face Buster. Yikes. But Statlander kicks out at 2. Then picks up Robin in an electric chair and hits an electric chair face buster. Which is basically, I guess you can call it Saturday Night Fever. Basically hits that. Actually, she hits that. And then a roll-up. Of all moves, she wins with a roll-up. A fruit roll-up by Statlander gets the win. Match wasn't anything to write home about. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Still your AEW TBS champion, Chris Statlander. Not a great match. But anyway, after the bell, the Renegade Twins, sore losers that they are, they attack Chris Statlander 2-on-1. And then we hear some interesting music. And everybody's like looking at the Tron, like who's coming out to save Chris Statlander? We all thought maybe it'd be like Willow Nightingale, maybe Sky Blue. Was it Friends? But we hear that we see the Titantron, and out comes the returning former TBS champion. I didn't know she was gonna come back this early, but Jade fucking Cargill comes back, and she looks amazing for a person that lost the belt a few months ago at Forbidden Door. What was like June, right? So July, like basically almost 2.5 months she's been gone. Because AEW had nothing for her. What are we gonna do when she comes back? Well, let's bring her back. She comes back, and right away she goes right after Chris. She beats up the Renegade Twins, saving Chris Statlander. She helps her up, kicks her in the gut. Well, after after a big boot to, I think, Robin, and then Charlotte gets chokeslammed to goddamn hell. I mean, that chokeslam was not Jade lethal, but lethal. Holy crap. And then she picks up Statlander. We all thought she was maybe turning face, but no, we thought better. And Jade kicks Chris Statlander in the stomach, and then picks her up, hits Jaded, lays her out, then picks up the belt, holds it up, and then she kisses the belt. It's like, I missed you. The fans were like, yeah, she's back, yes. I was like, holy shit. So I'm happy she's back, but looks like she's going back to the title she held for 60 straight defenses, 60-0, basically beating nobodies and having a few, like about 5, maybe 6 actual good matches. She's coming back for the title, but I think it might be a bad decision to give it to her again, because then she's gonna hold the division up again for another year and a half, almost 2 years. So does it pay to give her the belt back, Tony Khan? I don't think so. I'd rather her go after Saraya and the AEW Women's Championship, and then let her hold that for a year, and then you actually have some talent that can face her, like Sheeta, Britt Baker, the one I really want to see against Britt Baker, Toni Storm, Ruby Soho, Nyla Rose, people like that. Not mid-level freaking talent that came out of the indie scene. You don't want to do that again. Oh, we're gonna have Jade win on Rampage, or at Grand Slam, most likely Grand Slam. Wins it on Grand Slam, defends it only on Rampage or Collision. I think it's a bad idea if Tony Khan gives her the belt back. She should really lose again to Statlander, giving her a second loss in her career, and then eventually she has to work her way back up again, work her way back up the ladder, but this time go after the Women's World Championship, whether it be Saraya Knight or whoever holds that belt. I'd love to see Jade versus Saraya at Full Gear. I'd love to see that. We all know Paige ain't gonna hold the belt for that long. Either she's losing it to the winner of the Fatal 4-Way, which will most likely be Toni Storm, or she holds on to it going into Battle of the Belts 8. I think it's up to 8 now. Or it goes all the way to Full Gear in November. Which is November the 18th is Full Gear 5. So we got a long way to go between now and November the 18th. We got 2 months. So in between that, Jade can face a lot of good talent here and there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Jade. But I'm glad that she's back. She looks amazing. But, she has that idiot smart Mark Sterling with her. I assume Layla Gray is still gonna be her baddie unless she hires new baddies. Who can you get now? Kiera Hogan doesn't want to have anything to do with her anymore. So who can you get as one of her baddies? I don't know. They get somebody from the indie scene? I don't know. I don't know, Jim. I don't know. And that's it. Alright, we move on. Alright, so Jade's back. Looks like she's going after Chris Statlander in that TBS championship. And we'll see what happens with that. Move on. Alright, then we get a sit-down interview a very heated sit-down interview with Tony Baloney Schiavone. He has the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion Claudio Castagnoli and his real-life rival, and that's the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion Eddie Kingston, the Madman. So I felt bad for Tony Schiavone because these guys legit hate each other. I mean, to the point they basically want to kill each other. But it was civil. Tony trying to get involved, trying to keep the peace here. Yeah, good luck with that. Both men rehashed their history from their indie scene, from Ring of Honor, CCW, stuff like that. Basically, Claudio tells Eddie that he's the man his parents wish he was. So Eddie's like, don't go there. Go there. I mean, really, he's like, oh, you want to say it? Go say it. I dare you to say it. And Claudio's like, okay, I'll just say your parents, it's like, you're not the parents, It's like, I'm the man your parents should have had instead of a madman like you. So Eddie's like, okay, this has to end. So basically challenges Claudio for the Ring of Honor title at Grand Slam. I'm like, oh, why? I was like, well, the New York show is going to be huge, so you got to put something huge on there. So I guess that. So the Ring of Honor title is on the line at Grand Slam. I'm still thinking, it's gonna lead all the way. It's gonna continue all the way up to Final Battle, and we're gonna get the final chapter with Eddie and Claudio fight without honor at Final Battle, and Eddie's finally going to win the Ring of Honor World Title, and that's it. All right, so Eddie makes a challenge for Grand Slam for the Ring of Honor title. Claudio accepts, and then he's like, you know what? I love this title I have. It means so much to me since I won it about a month or so ago. So I'm gonna put my belt on the line. So we're gonna have a title for title match. Basically winner takes all match at Grand Slam for the Ring of Honor and New Japan Strong Openweight title. That's a lot of Eddie's putting everything he worked for on the line to get the Ring of Honor title. I don't think he's going to win, so I think Claudio will be Claudio 2 belts, and he'll win the New Japan Strong Openweight title. And we'll see what happens with that. So Eddie says, I'll put my title on the line, and he just Tony says, hey, let's go sell some tickets. Let's go. Come on, do your job. Let's go. It's like, that's not how you treat Tony Schiavone. Come on now. So then Claudio chuckles a little bit. It's like, I accept. Then he leaves. So that match coming your way a week from Wednesday in Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium. Basically, Eddie's hometown because he's from the Bronx. That shithole. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Can Eddie win the big one? Can he finally win the Ring of Honor title? I don't think so, but we'll see. It'll be a great moment for him, especially in his hometown. Well, basically home. He has home field advantage. So, we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. Match number 3, we have trios action. We have the Bullet Club, to shoot me for the love of God, of Juice Robinson, Rock Hard Juice Robinson, and the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Gunn. So they take on Aerostar, Gravity, and Drago from Lucha Underground. I didn't even think it was Aerostar. I was like, is that Clan Metalik? No. And I was like, upon further review, it's Aerostar. So, the Luchadors against, the Bullet Club. This was a really quick match. Not much. Nice little Rolling Thunder Diamond cut, Gilmore cutter, I should say, to Austin. I think that was by, DDI with Drago. That was nice. Stealing my move. But it is what it is. Gravity comes in, but runs into 310 from Yuma by the Gun Club. And then Juice with a sick sidekick. and then a headlock driver, almost like the 1%er by EC3, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And, yeah, Bullet Club Gold get the easy win. Match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And that was just 2. Sweet! That's it. Alright, after that, match number 4, we had the return of Bray Phoenix, after he basically got storyline written off after the Blackpool Cup Club, mainly Moxley, like, knocked him out in his, sent him to the hospital with that wicked, crowbar shot right before All In, because he couldn't go because of visa problems and shit. So they written off that way. So anyway, Rey Fenix with Alex Abrahantes at ringside. He takes on Angelico, part of the Spanish Announce Project. I think Luther was, Serpentico was there. I don't know about Luther, but another quickie match. Rey Fenix hits his version of the Rolling Gilmore Cutter, Rolling Thunder Gilmore Cutter. Say that 5 times fast. Gets a near fall out of that. Then he basically picks up dead weight. Angelico hits the Phoenix Driver. 1, 2, 3. Gets the win. Match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. But looks like he's on a collision course with a certain guy named Moxley. And he is pissed. So we get all that. Let me move on. Alright. Match number... we got a nice video of Roddy with the Kingdom and his good times with Adam Cole, baby, and Ring of Honor with the Bucks. So we saw on Rampage. So we get that again. That leads us to match number 5. First semifinal match in the Grand Slam tournament. We have Roddy with I'm Matt Taven. If you don't like Matt Taven, you're a Melvin. And Mike Bennett, Mike Kanellis Bennett, whatever you want to call him. Basically, Mike Bennett. As he takes on Darby Allin. How you doing? I weigh 125 pounds, soaking wet. I wear a skateboard from Seattle. So, takes on Darby, with his good buddy Nick fucking Wayne. So, Roddy comes out to probably one of the greatest theme songs ever. End up heartache by that great band named Killswitch Engage. So he comes out, he's all ready. Doesn't have the neck brace, which I thought was nice. Playing it off a little bit. So then we see Darby on his skateboard skating in for the parking lot. But then he gets attacked by Luchasaurus and Christian! Luchasaurus grabs him, throws him into the garage door, beats the fuck out of him. Then he picks him up in a torture rack position as Christian basically says, "Don't get in my business anymore." And then Luchasaurus basically throws him into the garage door again. And then, referees and agents have to, see if Darby can actually go through with the match. Roddy's all happy. He's like, "Oh, I don't have to do any work." But, Darby being Darby, even though during, in the pre-match promos before before Collision went on the air, Darby says, "You can break my back because it's already broken." I was like, well, exactly. You're facing the Messiah of the Backbreaker, so your back is, if it's not broken before, it will be broken. So Darby barely makes it to the ring. I think the referee's counting him out. And then Nick Wayne's like, "Don't get in the ring. Don't get in the ring." Darby's like, "I don't give a shit." But yeah, Darby gets to the ring and almost kills himself again. It's that suicide dive cannonball. This guy's a maniac. He is a maniac. He's not even 30 yet, I don't think. He's near 30. And I don't think he's gonna live to 35. With the craziness he does, all the spots galore he does, he's gonna be crippled by 35. Sad. But anyway, back and forth match they went. We had one sick fucking, besides that freaking suicide dive cannonball that Darby always hits, they go to the top, where Darby's on the top, was basically on the top rope, and Roddy comes off starts beating on the back of Darby, hits him with one hell of a monstrous half and half backbreaker on the top turnbuckle. Ow! And what's worse is Darby crashed to the floor, and everyone's like, "Oh my God!" Or, Joey Styles was like, "Oh my God!" As God is my witness, he is broken in half. By God! Good God Almighty! Darby was legit, basically almost legit dead. And Nick was like, "Oh, are you okay, sir? Are you okay? Darby?" Fans at ringside were like, "Oh my God!" They're like this. And you see like Matt Taven and Mike Bennett like, "Oh," they were shocked at first. They go, "Great." But anyway, I don't know how Darby finished this match, but then AR Fox comes out to just check on his his friend, and then Nick and then basically being there with Nick freaking fucking Wayne, but anyway, Roddy sends basically half dead Darby Allin, hits the sick kick. Basically usually would win a match, but he goes for the end of Heartache, but Darby somehow wiggled free, hits a Scorpion Death Drop a la the man called Sting. It's Stink! So then, Nick Wayne doesn't like AR Fox being at ringside with him, so him and AR Fox start brawling anyway with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, but Fox goes on the apron and tries to go for a run-up moonsault, and he accidentally hit Nick Wayne, knocking him out. Uh-oh. And then Darby is on top, seeing all this. He doesn't know what to do. And Roddy's like basically prone on the mat. Darby goes for the coffin drop, but Roddy got his knees up, basically hurting the back even more. Then he picks up Darby, hits the end of Heartache. 1, 2, 3. Roderick Strong is in the finals of the Grand Slam tournament, and he will face either Samoa Joe or Pentagon. So we got that. Match itself was pretty damn. It was good, but goddamn Darby, you need to fucking stop. But seriously, if you don't stop, I think we might have a legit on live TV death in the ring or outside the ring. Like we'll literally see murder or attempted. Well, we'll see. It's basically suicide. Darby will legit kill himself to the point where he gets hurt and he's not moving. They take him out. Next thing we know, like Excalibur or Tony Baloney or Taz even, or maybe even JR has to give us the sad news that Darby is gone, dead. DOA on arrival at the hospital. We don't want to hear that. So Darby, I'm saying this as a fan, as I've seen you in Evolve and now in AEW, please, for the sake of your family and the sake of your friends and fans that love you, stop. Please, stop. This crazy, kamikaze-like fucking stuff that you do. I know you're a spot monkey, you want to entertain the crowd, but you're going to basically either kill yourself or paralyze yourself for life. Stop. Please, stop. When it comes to a point when you have to stop that shit. Do you see, Jeff Hardy still does that, but he's like 40-something years old, and I think he's starting to, get it, that if he keeps doing those crazy spots from like 30-foot ladders off the top through 3, 4, 5 tables, he's gonna really hurt himself to the point he might be paralyzed too, and he's got a wife and kids. So that's why he's not doing it that much anymore. Smart. So he wants to live, and he's trying, besides the whole trying to get sober thing, which he's been sober for months now, which is great, he's not really taking a lot of high risks that much, which is even better. You want to preserve your health for the rest of your life. You want to see your kids grow up to be, great men and great women. You want to walk your daughter down the aisle. You don't want to be in a freaking wheelchair or, God forbid, dead. Or in a walker, you barely can even walk to the ring. So, yeah. Darby, you need to stop. Especially with Bryan Danielson used to do all those, freaking dives like he's Chris Benoit. Oh, yeah, I said his name. Benoit. Look what happened to Benoit. He did all those dives, all those suicide dives and really putting his body and life on the line. Concussion City here and there, especially with the diving headbutts at times. Trying to be like the Dynamite Kid. Shit, man. And how do you, all that shit fucked his brain, fucked up his brain, it's all mush, and he does the worst thing in the world, was kill his wife, and then he killed his son Daniel. And then he shot himself. And now he's burning in hell! No, I shouldn't say burning in hell. I should say, like, the great man himself, that's, Tim Ripper Owens. Burn in hell! That's what Chris Benoit is doing right now. And if you think it's a fucking conspiracy theory that somebody killed him, no. Not freaking Kevin Sullivan, not some outsider. There's no real proof. But you can have your theories. But, in any case, freaking, that freaking maniac. The guy's a maniac. That's pretty much it. We're gonna move on from that. But, yeah, Darby needs to stop. Thankfully, Bryan Danielson stopped doing those dives. He still does it, but, rarely. But, he still does it, and we cringe because he had all the neck problems and, concussions he's had, too. But now, he doesn't do it that much because I think he knows better because he has, a white, Brie Bella at home, Brie Garcia at home, and now his kids are getting older. He doesn't want to, be a paraplegic or, God forbid, he's dead. So, that's why he does it once in a while, doesn't do it a lot. But he's more safe than he used to be. Let's just put it that way. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so Roddy goes to the finals. And we'll see who he faces, Samoa Joe or Pentagon. And that's it. Alright, after that, we go to Lexi Nair in the back. Has an interesting guest. And that man is Keith Lee. Mr. Limitless Keith Lee. Basically says, I'm going to do things myself around here on Collision. So it looks like that you want to make him like the face of Collision, which I think is a good idea. And he tells the roster they basically puts the roster on notice. Then he does the greatest thing in the world, which is, quote, the great Bray Wyatt, and he tells everybody to run. Good man, Keith Lee. Good man. Big ups to Bray Wyatt. Pay homage and respect to the great Bray Wyatt. We still miss him every day. Still miss him. And that's it. Alright, so I get that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Bryan Danielson. Yes! Now, coming off his big win against Ricky Starks in that bloody as fuck scrap match. So, he comes out, and, Tony Baloney's in the ring. He announces him, and he comes out to fight the Valkyries. Damn it! And yeah, I went on Twitter, and I didn't DM Tony Khan. I left him a comment on one of his tweets. I said, can you, after I even mentioned him in one of my tweets. I said, Tony Khan, for the love of God, can we stop getting Flight of Valkyries? Can we just get a final countdown every time we see Bryan Danielson, not just on major pay-per-views? mean, it's legal now to use it. So why are we using Flight of the Valkyries? Which is a good song. I mean, the sped up disco version. Not disco. I mean, sped up hip hop version of Flight of Valkyries. I don't know. But I think Tony Khan saw it and maybe he'll do it. Who knows? He still owes me a job. You bastard. But anyway, so Brian gets on the mic. He says, so happy to be here. And then he, gets a little bit serious and says that, while he was away, he was home with his kids. And he mentioned to one of his kids, I think it's Birdie, who's the older one. He made a promise to her that when she turns 7, he's going to retire. So right now, she's basically 6 years old. So Brian says that, this is going to be the most epic year of my career. He's going to go on, he says he's Odysseus. Like, what are you, a prophet? Not like Nostradamus. So Bryan Danielson is going to go on a 1-year odyssey, so to speak, and he's going to kick everyone's head in. And that's going to start with, the man that claims he's the best technical wrestler alive today, and that is Zack Sabre Jr. And it's going to happen at AEW's new pay-per-view, October the 1st, in Seattle, Washington, his hometown. Well, not hometown, home state, because he's from Aberdeen. So, October the 1st at Wrestle Dream, in the dream match of, not the dream match of all dream matches, because I was with Okada. So, this is a bona fide dream match that should have happened at Forbidden Door, really, like a year ago. Or even this year, Danielson got Okada. And Okada whipped his ass, broke his arm. But anyway, October the 1st, we got Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Bryan Danielson. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a one-on-one match, or it's going to be for the New Japan Pro Wrestling television title. Imagine Danielson winning that belt. He has to go to Japan to defend that. Does he? I think he does. I think he will. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be a bona fide banger. I can't wait for this match. I can't wait. They already had the hype video up for it. I'm telling you, Wrestle Dream is going to be a banger of a pay-per-view. I think it's going to definitely... I think it might top All Out. I don't know. I may top Forbidden Door. We'll have to see. We'll have to see when all the matches are even announced. I mean, we got 3 weeks to go, so at least Tony Khan made one match so far. Good job, Tony Khan. Good job. Good job. Now let's get some more matches going on. But we got 3 weeks to go, so we'll see what other matches will be announced. Maybe Kenny will have a match, obviously. I don't get who. Kenny versus somebody. I'll tell you that much. Will it be Takeshita for like the 6th time? Hopefully he doesn't lose. Or maybe we see Kenny versus like somebody like Okada for like the 5th time. That'd be great. That'd be great. Kenny versus Tanahashi could be good. Kenny versus Ishii. We've seen that in the round. I think the G1 when Ishii whipped his ass. See that? We see. Maybe Kenny versus Sonata for the IWGP World Title. We shall see. We shall see. But Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr., sign me up. I can't wait for October the 1st. I can't wait. And move on. So we get that, and then Absolute Ricky Starks, he comes out with Big Cass. He's 7 foot tall. You can't teach that. So they come out. Ricky's still pissy about losing at All In that bloody as fuck scrap match where he claims he never tapped out. So Ricky says that he should be immortalized, or he immortalized himself as the face of Collision after All In his performance. Then he says he was given breadcrumbs, but he wants to eat a full course meal. And then Bryan Danielson says, "Hey Ricky, you spoke too soon." And he's like, we have a thing in the BCC where you're either with us or you bleed, or you're against us, or you bleed with us, something like that. So he offers Ricky a spot in the Blackpool Cup Club. My spot, dog spot, butt, neighbor spot, butt, a spot. But then Big Bill out of nowhere blasts Danielson, lining him out, and Ricky's like, "Dude, what the fuck was that for?" And then they kind of look at each other, look like they were gonna break up, or there's tension or something. But then Ricky Starks like, "Well, I'm gonna join in, beatdown, 2-on-1 beatdown." And then John Moxley comes in for the save, but then Big Cass hits a big boot, laying the champ down, with the international champ down. So then after that, Big Cass grabs the international belt, holds it up, and they continue to beat down, and then they leave. And that's pretty much it. And then later on in the show, Tony Schiavone announces that on Wednesday Night Dynamite, John Moxley will face Big Cass for the title. So there you go. Let me move on with that. Alright, so I gave the Bryan Danielson promo 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, so this is, yeah. Okay. So that's that. Then we go to your main event of Collision. The final match, the final semifinal match in the tournament. We have Samoa Joe taking on Pentagon Zero Miedo. That's that. We had good old JR on commentary. Always like to see JR. Alex Abrahantes at ringside. Not that he did anything except set up a table. Ugh. I'll get to that in a minute. Back and forth match they went. Joe looks at a muscle buster. Pentagon kicks him off and comes off the top with a diving crossbody. And the only problem I had with this match, I mean, it was a good match, but Pentagon didn't really give a fuck. He didn't want to win this match because not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but 4 times. When Pentagon started to get control, the crowd was all fired up. He's like, "Zero Miedo," and then Joe would whip his ass. And then Pentagon would come back, "Zero Miedo," Joe would kick his ass. "Zero Miedo," Joe kick his ass. I'm like, aren't you getting it up there? In their cabeza? There, pero, come on. That kind of pissed me off. And I like Pentagon. I always like Pentagon. But anyway, I thought that was kind of dumb because it really screwed the match for him, basically. We had a snapback by Pentagon, and running kick to the back. Then he sends Joe to the outside. He faked a dive. A dive to the outside. Joe bites on the fake. And then Pentagon catches him with a second dive. Then he goes for a third, he gets him with the first, he faked the first, then he does a second one, then he tries for a third one. Joe's like, "Well, fuck you." He does that epic move out of the way, and then Pentagon went crashing through the table, and it was like, "Oh, shit!" I mean, freaking JR was like, "Back down! He's dead!" I mean, that table obliterated. Whew. But somehow, Pentagon gets in the ring. Joe rolls Pentagon in the ring, gets a long 2 count, 2.99999999995, as Pentagon barely kicked out. But Pentagon comes back, looks for Made in Japan, but Joe transitions that into the Coquina Clutch, and Pentagon tapped out. So So the tournament is going the way I think we all knew it was going to go. And Samoa Joe goes to the finals this Wednesday night in Cincinnati, Ohio. He will face Roderick Strong in a Ring of Honor match, basically, Ring of Honor, circa 2006. So Joe, Roddy, Wednesday night in the finals. The winner goes to Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium to face MJF for the AEW World title. And I think, and I said this since the beginning of the tournament, Samoa Joe is going to beat Roddy, go to New York City, face MJF because the storyline's going that way. I mean, he could go either way. I think it's going to go Joe's way. Because the storyline is with Joe and MJF just basically at odds. And then Adam Cole, trying to save his friend. And then Roddy being the stage 5 clinger. So maybe there won't be a winner. I don't know. I think there will be a winner. I don't think they're going to do a 3-way. Or a triple threat, but I doubt it. But I think Joe will win on Wednesday in a great Ring of Honor style match. Not for the title. There's no TV title on the line. Blah, blah, blah. Gonna be a great match, and then, Joe's gonna maybe do something after the match, where maybe he has a segment with MJF during the night, or MJF comes out at the end, maybe just has a stare-down with Joe, or a fight, a brawl to end the show on Wednesday night. Then I would think they'll do something on Collision, where maybe promos, most likely promos, I don't think in-ring stuff. And then September the 20th in Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium in your main event, most likely, Joe versus MJF for the title. I think MJF will retain, but we shall see what happens with that. So, I gave that match 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that ends Collision. And I thought it was a pretty damn good show from start to finish. And I gave Collision tonight a solid 8 out of 10 stars. It was great wrestling, great promos, some sick as fuck spots, especially with Darby Allin and then Pentagon in the end. The Bryan Danielson segment was pretty good with the announcement of him facing Zack Sabre Jr. Jade Cargill comes back. This is one of the best Collisions in the last month or so. And I would hope that the ratings go up, not a lot, but a little bit. But we'll have to see what happens, probably by Monday. Or if the Fast National ratings come out by tomorrow, I think it'll be a little bit higher than last week, which was like 350,000 at least. So maybe this week they get to 400,000. I don't know, maybe more than that. But we'll see what happens. But great edition of Collision, and that's it. So thank you all for watching this video. I'm going to sleep, so I'm tired. I want to get some rest before getting up tomorrow and watching the Niners. So I'm in football mode tomorrow. I'm going to have fun watching a whole slate of games tomorrow. So it's going to be epic. And I'm going to have fun. Even though the weather's not going to be so great here in the Northeast tomorrow. What are you going to do? Hopefully it doesn't pour during the Niner game. I think it's supposed to rain around 12. It's not good because when it pours, my satellite goes out. So I have to fire up, the freaking desktop, and I gotta put the Niners app on and watch the game on the Niners website, which is good and all, but but hopefully the rain holds off until after the game, because I don't have to really watch anything after that. I'll be gone anyway after the game. I'm going out. I'm going out to like a late lunch, early dinner with the missus, and that's pretty much it. And that's it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Check out my last 2 videos, my SmackDown and then my Rampage review. Check out those videos. Give me your love and support. Like the video. Leave a comment or 2 or 3 or more. And that's it. Share the video all over the internet. Subscribe to the channel and my other channels as well. Hit the bell so you don't miss a beat. And then follow me on social media. If you're real, if you're not, please, for the love of God, get a life. Seriously, 20 to 30 30, maybe even 40, close to 50-year-old people still on my dick. Get a fucking life, for the love of God. You think you're better than me? You think you can scam me with your little bullshit? It ain't working. It ain't gonna work. It's over. You're all washed up. You're done. You're all washed up. It's over. It's basically over. It's done. But if you still want to keep riding my dick, by all means, I hope you enjoy my milk. It does the body good. So if you want to keep riding my dick for the next, I've been on this website for 14 plus years. You want to keep riding until, the trip eventually ends, which won't be anytime soon. So if you want to keep doing that, by all means. You're just wasting your fucking time, you're wasting your life, and wasting other people's time. With your stupidity. Kindergarten bullshit. Because you think you're tough, and you're not. You're not tough. You're nothing to me. Nothing. You people are nothing to me. Just immature little 20, 30, some 40-year-old bitches. They don't like me saying that? Too bad. Too bad. Because you're not gonna, say what you think you're gonna say to my face, because you're not. But it is what it is. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. Go to bed, you motherfuckers. Enjoy football tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I'm not doing any videos tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, yes, I will be doing a video late tomorrow night on the backup channel to the Shadows Lair, episode number 7, lucky number 7, with your 49ers Game 1 post show. So we talk about the Niners, first game of the season, give you some highlights, some lowlights, my overall thoughts of the game, and then my little preview for week number 2, where the Niners will be in SoFi Stadium to face the Rams. And then very short week because they play 2 games in the span of a week, which is week 2 in LA against the Rams on September the 17th, and then on Thursday Night Football, September the 21st, in their home opener in Levi Stadium against the Giants on Amazon Prime and maybe a local channel. We'll see. So, yeah, I'll get you. Well, after the second game, I'll do a preview for that game too, and then I will do every Niners game I will have a after show, talk about the game, some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, and then get you ready for the next game, for the rest of the season, even the playoffs. And that's pretty much it. So if you're a Niner fan, please, for the love of God, come over to the Shadows Lair 2.0 channel. Link to the channel will be down below. I'll also put it up on on Twitter, on social media, so all you Niner fans can come check it out. And that's pretty much it. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, if you're not down with that, you're not down with the 49ers, you're not even down with the Jets. And if you're not down with your tribal god, that's me, Peter Joseph, you're not down with that, and the Purge, and everybody else, well, you're SOL. We all know what that means. And we all got 3 great words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Go fuck yourselves, motherfuckers. That's it. Until next time, good night, everybody. I'm out. Peace.